Now loading.
What's everyone? This is Big Oogs and I am on Creator Waves.
Yeah, so how is it being a Newcastle fan? Like, what goes into being a Newcastle fan?
What goes into being a Newcastle fan? Loyalty. You know me in it, so it's something about having thick skin. It's obviously being a Newcastle fan all my life. I've learned to sort of accept disappointment. So obviously it started from a young age, anyways, because I recall from a young age. Obviously, me and my twin. Like if you were to ask us, like, what's your first memories of like Newcastle? I would tell you, like I tell people this as well. Like my first memory of Newcastle, or of Newcastle being Newcastle disappointing, is losing in the FA Cup final to Arsenal in 1998. Me and him we both went to the garden to cry. So if you ask him what happened, what did we do after the final against Arsenal, we'll tell you, we both went to the garden to cry. I just remember Anelka scoring through 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he scored. So obviously since then, innit? But obviously since when I was little, Newcastle were like a team, like they were like probably like the Spurs of now in a way, but a bit better than Spurs.
Yeah, they were. They were battling for like Champions League.
You know, like when Spurs had that season, those years under Poch, yeah.
Oh
yeah. So not Spurs now, but the Spurs of when under Poch, when they were in Champions League, when they were finishing second and all that. So that was Newcastle in the 90s, like late 90s, 96, 97s, 98s, and that.
Were they sponsored by HP? Was it the HP?
It
wasn't HP. It was
no.
something else.
It was obviously new. It was the beer first, isn't it? The Newcastle Ale, Pale Ale beer, and then after that it was NTL.
Yes.
NTL. So I think obviously now I'm a bit older now. I've just learned, innit, like, you know, and I think it's taught me about life as well. You know, in life, obviously life sometimes there will be disappointments, innit? But obviously when you get your glory, or when you get your win, you cherish it because you know how it feels to lose, innit? So I think that's what Newcastle's taught me, anyways, growing up from young and to now, innit? Like obviously the up and down, the constant disappointment. Like obviously you can't even relate to me when it comes to being a football fan, because I've never seen my team win a trophy in my life. I've never seen my team. You've never seen your team relegated. I've seen my team relegated twice, and the first time I was 16 in it, and obviously we're in school. That's like a, what would you call it? Like that's like
a tricky situation,
exactly.
Because we're competing with teams that we support.
Exactly, so and our school as well. Our school was ruthless. So it's like if your team not doing well, then you know you're gonna know about it. So obviously, but luckily we went down in the summer of us doing our GCSEs. So
you wasn't even around.
So we weren't really around too much. You get me? Yeah. Like, so but still, you know. But even till today, yesterday we lost to Cambridge. People still let me know about it. You get me? Like, and people will laugh at me, even people from school as well. So it's something that's been with me forever. But it's not going to last, innit? Because obviously now times have changed. But yeah, that's what it's about being a Newcastle fan. It's just about obviously understanding where we come from and the hurt that I've or the disappointment that I've gone through, and obviously becoming thick skinned, because listen, I've been picked on about, not picked on it in a bad way, but you know, like, oh yeah, you're
competitive, like in a competitive way.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, all of that shaped me to be who I am, and obviously, you know, I say to all the people all the time, because people ask me, so like, sorry, that's my missus is actually watching the Arsenal game.
Wow.
Yeah. So Arsenal Forest. So she's But people ask me like at games as well. People ask me as well, like, oh, why Newcastle? Like, what the hell? And my answer to that is God. Like, I don't know why Newcastle, because I just recall when I was younger. Obviously, my brother my older brother and my mum at the time. Now she's a City fan, but at the time she was a diehard Liverpool fan, innit? So I just recall growing up watching like Liverpool DVDs, like Matt Manaman, John Barnes, Collymore, and you know these guys, innit? Fowler, Ian Rush, and all these guys. So
Aspria. Aspria.
No, but I'm saying as in I grew up watching Liverpool, innit?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's me naming the players that I was watching before. But this is at a young age. This is like
Fowler and people.
Fowler.
Then Owen when he.
But Owen
later.
He was later, but
yeah,
I started watching DVDs of previous years, innit?
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So just old guys like Razor Ruddock and all just old guys, innit? So but this was early on. So by right, I should be a Liverpool fan. But I don't know how we both said let's just pick Newcastle. But I think it was obviously because of the 96, 97 period where we runner up and stuff like that, and Alan Shearer, Tino Asprilla. I just recall us having a calendar of the, I think it was 1997 year of the players, and I think our birthday is obviously in September, and the person who was for that month was Asprilla. So obviously then obviously him being our favorite player until we knew about Shearer, until Shearer come along. So it's been obviously since then, like I'll say since '96, but people ask me all the time, so why Newcastle? And then I say it's like the wife that you can't divorce in a way, because even though
there's too much attached.
Yeah,
there's too much attachment.
Yeah, like
and it's too many things attached to the situation. Like
exactly. So it's one of those things that you just can't disown, and people who do that to their club, I don't understand, because for me the love for the club wasn't enough in a way, innit? But yeah, man.
Yeah, do you know what? I think if people might think you're crazy now for supporting Newcastle. Obviously now Newcastle are rebuilding with the new owners and everything, but people might look at you crazy now. But in the 90s, Newcastle were like respectable.
Of course, obviously in the 90s, late 90s, even early 2000s as well.
Early 2000s, yeah. With
Bob Robson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously that time as well. Like
Dan Cliver played for Newcastle during the 2000s.
Yeah, but that was probably towards the end of the era.
Yeah,
you know, because obviously we signed Cliver probably like after the years of Robert, Solano, Shearer was still. I mean, obviously Shearer was still in his prime.
Yeah, he was.
We were still Newcastle still, but the years were like 2002, 2001, where we were in the Champions League, where we had Craig Bellamy, Jermaine, like we were signing the best young players in the country, like Jermaine Ginas at the time from Forest. Yeah, we bought him. We bought Woodgate. We were buying players like Craig Bellamy. So it was that sort of period where we were still very much respectable, but obviously growing up where we're from, it's just different, isn't it? But then as I've gone older, Newcastle have declined.
But the fact that you stayed loyal through this whole time,
well, that
says, like why? Like what's
that says a lot about me in a way, anyways. But why? Like I said, bro, it's that having loving that team like that, and bear in mind as well that my mum as well, like she would buy me all the kits. So I just recall.
Oh, so naturally you're wearing the kits.
Yeah, so it's peak, innit? So it's just something like, because obviously like I recall when I was young, bro. I don't know how old I was, but us being in some marketplace, whatever, and it was like towards Christmas time, and she bought us this like the shiny blue kit. This was like probably 1999 or 2000 kit, and I wanted it for Christmas, innit? And she got it for us, innit? So we've always had all the kits in it. So that adds to the love of the club a lot, and I've learned a lot from that, and that's what I'm going to do myself, innit? Listen, my kids.
You're forcing it.
No, I'm not forcing
You're
it.
not forcing it, but you're introducing them to it.
The same way how they believe being black wasn't a choice, is the same way how they're gonna know that Newcastle, them support Newcastle is normal. Do you get me? But luckily for them though, they're gonna experience the good times, innit? Growing up, so it will be easier for them being in school, because obviously, like I was saying, when I was younger, all you lot support Man United,
Arsenal, Chelsea.
You get me? So,
yeah.
But now in the next 10 years, Newcastle will be winning. So it will be okay for them in school. So that's why I'm happy, because my fear was like, oh yeah, they come back and say, Dad, I support Chelsea or Man City or whatever.
Yeah, because after a while, those jokes, they get too much, man. It's like, all right, let me check the table. What team on the table can I replace?
But again, a lot of people did do that though. Like obviously, like they went for the team that was winning all the time.
Yeah,
you know. So, but
it's when your team goes through rock bottom, and you stick with them.
Yeah,
that's when you know, okay, no more like hopping onto the team that's winning at the time, or
facts, man. But I mean, we're here now, and it's been a ride. And listen, there's no other team that I'd rather support anyways than Newcastle. So I can't see myself supporting Arsenal or Man United or whoever that is. You know, this is the team that I'm meant to support, and it makes me different. And even now as well, like going to games, I stand out even more so as well. So yeah, man.
So how's going to games? How's that?
Do you know what?
That's pretty far. Well, you moved now, but before it was pretty far to go, right?
Do you know what? No, because obviously my twin, innit, Uche, he used to work for Wonga.
And they used to sponsor
so obviously they would give him 2 tickets for all the games, innit? This was like 2014, 2015, innit? So I was like 21, 22 then. So they would give him all the tickets. I mean, all tickets to go to the games. So obviously we would travel up to Newcastle. Newcastle is far, innit? On a train journey, it's like 3 hours 15, whatever. Yeah. So it is far and it's expensive, but we wasn't paying for the tickets.
So the travel was cool because we weren't paying for tickets.
It helped, innit? It helped. Let's put it that way. It helped, innit? So we weren't really paying for the tickets, and so we were going to all most of the games that season, and that was the year that we went down the second time. So that was 2020. I think it was 14, 15 or 15, 16. One of them anyways. But I think so that's kind of home games. But obviously now I just go more away games because I don't have the time to travel up to Newcastle all the time, and also away games are capped at 30 quid, whereas home games and obviously home games. Even working at Wonga, all the tickets we had were box seats, right? So that's now the standard that we've sort of taken on. But when we do go to Newcastle, it has to be that. Even though I prefer to sit with the fans because box seats is, it's a
you're
bit
kind of separated from.
And it's reserved, isn't it? Like there's not enough. There's not a lot of emotion. There's just more like quiet people. So but who cares? But at the end of the day, everyone there still supports Newcastle. But you want to be in the mosh pit, innit? And that's why I like away games, because away games is like you're in your little section. And Newcastle fan, every game I've been to probably like 50 games in the last, I don't know, however, but Newcastle fans, I'll tell you, out-sing every club I've been to. We out-sing them. So it's
Liverpool, even Liverpool.
Listen, and that's next. I'm coming. But that's the thing as well. Like I think Anfield is known for Champions League nights, isn't it? So
True.
when we went there, this was like 2017 or 18 actually. We drew 2-2. So they scored in the first 2 minutes. It was 2-0 first half to them, innit? And even then, they weren't really singing like that, like, you know, because I thought Anfield, it's a theatre, it's gonna be madness.
Yeah, they're gonna out-sing. They're gonna out-sing you. You know when there's a singer standing next to like someone that can sing.
Yeah,
you know they're gonna out-sing you.
But I mean, like the intro is nice. Obviously, you will never walk alone. That's nice stuff. But towards obviously, but I think that's home fans in general. Like it's hard. It's difficult for home fans because most of them are sitting down. Most of them are probably tourists and whatever, and you know. So obviously, so at Anfield now, they were 2-0 up, and then we long story short, we drew 2-2. Yeah, and we sang our hearts out. Yeah, to the point I've even got a camera to the point where they start clapping us.
Wow.
Like yeah, you guys are the real deal. Like you fans are the real deal. Like Newcastle fans, like I love them because we're all the same. Because we know how we've suffered, but at the end of the day, we're all loyal to the club. So when now I got games and stuff, obviously it's different now because obviously the whole Ashley situation. But even before though, like we all know why we're here. We're here to support the club. Win or lose, we're here to support the club, and yeah, literally that's what it is. So I think so. Going to games is probably the best, the thing I love doing the most in this world. You know, going to away games because you're on the train. If it's either I'm going Manchester, Man City or Man United, or I'm going to Southampton, or I'm going Norwich, or I'm going Midlands, Birmingham, or Wolves or something, or Villa. You're on the train with fellow fans for one, who you meet on the platform, because they would look at me like,
you support Newcastle?
Yeah, like because obviously, like you know me. Like if you look at me, I've got London written all over me.
Yeah.
By the way I walk, my trainers, my jacket, my jeans, all of it is London. So it's like, okay. And even one time as well, like I recall two things actually. I recall going to Crystal Palace, with each other. And then the steward asked us, "What footballer are you here to see?" Do you get me? Like, because he thought that we got tickets because we knew someone that was playing for Newcastle. But we're like, no, man, no.
Like you knew one of the players that played for Newcastle.
Yeah. And then we're like, no, we're fans, man. Like, what's going on? We're fans, isn't it? Because obviously we went like kitted out as well, and it's mad because like the psychology behind it as well. Like when we started going, we had to kit ourselves out, like obviously the scarf, the shirt, make it known that we're Newcastle fans.
Because you have to immerse yourself. You can't go to Newcastle and celebrate and you have no Newcastle do
you get me?
You know,
So So even so, and one time Chelsea as well, Chelsea game, because we've been Chelsea like 4 times, 5 times, and it was me, my missus and Uche, and the steward again said to us, "These people, I see them every year. I see them every year. Like what? Like what's going on?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's real, isn't it? Because obviously it ain't Palace or Watford. It's Newcastle. They're up north, innit? So it's like, why do you guys put Newcastle sort of thing, innit? But the beauty of it is that you meet new people, man, and on the platform, on the train, people like the other day I was going. What game was it? Brighton. Yeah, I was going Brighton, but I had a because the trains were messed up in it. So me and some Scottish guy, he's toward Rangers, but he came with his friend. He's from Newcastle. Me and him had a proper chat, but he was telling me about his life, about the difference between men and women.
Wow, so you guys were going deep.
But we got listen, and whilst everyone is all on the train drunk around us, singing,
that's what football can. That's what sports can do. But that's football does that specifically. Because in the midst of like sports fans like going crazy over a game, you have two people that meet and start just talking about just life or just a random conversation.
Literally, bro. And so that's again that for me is probably the best thing I like doing. Like just going traveling to different cities on the different train lines, meeting different people, and yeah.
So okay, so do you think that all of the struggle with Newcastle, being a Newcastle fan, do you think because you see it bigger than just because you see it as okay, there's so many great things that come with just going to games and connecting with different fans and stuff like that. Do you think that's what made you tolerate all of the struggle?
No, because I've only just started going to games in my adulthood, so like 18 above. Do you get me? I've been before, but that's with my parents, and I was younger then, and it was like once or twice going up to Newcastle, on that odd occasion. So this has started since the last 10 years, me going to games. So that tolerance was built up from a youngin'. It started when, like I said, I've seen my team losing games, but at the same time, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Like, and like, but my uncle one time, like not one time, but when I was little, he could come to my house and just shout Newcastle because
you,
to us, my uncle, because he would know that we've lost a game, innit? So he would like come on banter on it and like try and banter us to sort of say, like where we're shitting at. So that all of that stuff was already instilled in me already. That all happened at an early age, that tolerance to the club, innit? So it's just
and that's the thing, you took a lot of jokes in school, like looking back, like you held it up.
Yeah, man.
The jokes, man.
But at the same time, it's good because that's what made us different. And I think that is the key. That's why we stuck it out, because that's what made us different. Like we love being different, anyways. Do you know what I mean? Like we didn't like to follow the crowd. As you know, in school, like when people are going this way home from school, we went this way. We took the route for bus 86 or 25, even though we could take 238 and 104.
Yeah, you could,
but we said no, like we're different. Let's go this way. So we've always tried to be different in our lives, anyways. And that was also because we're twins, and not everyone's a twin. So there was only two.
Was there? There weren't any more. That was the
only. And Sam.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
So, but even like if you go out somewhere now, to a pub, for example, you look around, like, because this is what I do as well. Like, I'll go out to pubs or not pub, but I'll go somewhere where like a social environment
to get a drink, like drinks
anywhere, bro.
Anywhere.
It could be on the train, anywhere, and then I ask myself, how many people on the train is a twin? And most likely the answer is either none or one, and that one is being me, or two being somebody else. So it's very rare, innit? So we've prided ourselves on that subconsciously, because we didn't really talk about it, but we just knew through our actions that we were different from everyone else because we're twins, and also Newcastle as well. That makes us be different as well. So so I think all of that helped us to sort of just accept it and take it on and be like, yeah, whatever. But now we've now the new ownership coming in now, it's a breath of fresh air, but it's still pain right now. Do you get me? Like we lost it to Cambridge yesterday, Cambridge in FA Cup. So it's still banter on me, but
it's like short term you're gonna still get these jokes, But long term, you might,
That's why.
you might be smiling. You might.
That's why,
be
like,
smiling.
and I'm glad as well because on my Instagram as well, like people like someone commented as well on one of my posts. He said, the haters are gonna say, "Oh, you've just started support Newcastle," but we know the truth. Like, just like
when the transformation, happens.
yeah. But he was saying like as in like we know the truth in it. But even if they didn't, even if there was nobody there, or I have no evidence to back up me supporting Newcastle from a young age.
You got pictures though. You and Nietzsche got a picture.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But even if that wasn't there though, I don't care what people think because I know what I've experienced, innit? So think what you like, and I don't care about you or about your opinion. I know what I've experienced over the last 20-something years in regards to football. So what you think and what it is completely different. So that's not going to affect me. Do you know what I mean? It would affect me if it was true. It's not true. You get me? So,
if you hopped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, you get me? Then I'm like, okay. Then I would actually look at myself and be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, damn.
I'm that guy. But I know, like, okay, fine. Like, what you say is obviously means nothing to me because I know what I've gone through in it. So yeah, man.
Yeah. So what made you go up to Mike Ashley like that? Like,
do you know what it is? Like, so obviously it's a long story, bro. It's one of them ones. Is obviously I've like I was telling you before. Obviously, when I started supporting Newcastle at a young age, we were like competing. We wasn't winning.
Yeah, but you were competing for the Champions League.
We were competing like we beat Spurs 7-0 at the time. Spurs 7-0. So like, and if you look at where we are now, it's actually a madness, but it's not spoken about a lot. It's a madness where Newcastle were before, even though we wasn't winning, but as a club where we were,
it was respectable.
We once held the transfer record signing for buying Anna Shearer at the time for 15 million. So
in what 2000 was that?
No, like 97, 96.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Blackburn.
Yeah. So it's like that's the sort of club we were at the time. Like we were the club buying the best players in the country. Because don't forget, Shearer just won the league with Blackburn, isn't it? So
yeah,
and
he came World Player of the Year. He came second after R9.
Did it?
Yeah, that's what people don't realize. Like,
yeah, so
Shearer was
So all that happening, and also Alex Ferguson wanted him as well. But Newcastle at the time were so much of a pull, and obviously that's where it's from as well, obviously. But we had that status of a big club, innit? So we were there, and under Mike Ashley. So Ashley coming in at 2006, 2007, and obviously he fed the fans some lies. Oh, I'm going to take the club to the next level, to the point where he started sitting with the fans, didn't it, at away games, didn't it? So
I remember that. Yeah.
So fans are thinking that, like, who's this guy? Like, Ashley, like, okay, cool, okay, fair enough. Like, Ashley, calm. But it's and then obviously the first time we went down 09, hey, the worst feeling, bro. Like, honestly, like, because I've not really experienced like sort of negative things in my life, anyways, and I thank God for that, innit? So I can only put my negative experiences in life
with Newcastle.
Do you get me? So I just remember sitting in my living room, and obviously my sister and my older brother, they're just unbalanced, innit? So I just recall, I think it was Damien Duff scored the own goal, innit? And we went down on the last day. Shearer came in for the last 8 games to try and save us, innit? But we went down, and I just recall like sitting, watching the TV, like my ears started ringing. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, basically. Do you get me? Like, I was like, what? Like, so I was like, what's going on? Because when you go down, there's no guarantee you're going to come back up, innit?
It's true.
And
Yeah.
I had things in my head like Leeds and all the other clubs in my head, innit? Thinking that, like, hopefully we keep, but thankfully we kept the squad, innit? Like Colaccini, Kevin Nolan, Alan Smith, Peter Lovenkranz, and Jose Enrique. You know, these guys, they all stayed. They all stayed. We come up same again the next year, and also and the year we went down, the season in Championship, that's when we brought in Andy Carroll full time. He was in the Premier with us, but you know, as a sub bench or whatever. So we brought him in full time. He came in, and all of a sudden, and Andy Carroll was my new local hero. Then obviously we went back up. Carroll started off with a blinder. That year, anyways, I think we finished 10th or 12th. I can't recall. But under Chris Hughton, Carroll started with a blinder, and then I remember January, Liverpool bought Andy Carroll for 35 million. Again, that was another low point of mine because you know we finally have this striker who's scoring goals. He's now playing for England. A number 9, he's from Newcastle, and then he gets taken away because Mike Ashley just wants the money. Do you get me? Cool, fair enough, fine. Who did we bring in? I think we didn't really replace him at the time, but then obviously years gone by. Anyways, we've stayed afloat, and then actually Mike Ashley's now obviously, but we're still now. We're no longer the old Newcastle. We're now fighting for survival mid-table Newcastle, yeah. And then obviously we now have this new policy like 2011, 2012 of buying players from the French league. So obviously like the Cabayes, the Tiotes, the Demba Bars, the Papi Cisses, just buying those sort of players. And obviously that worked out well for one season because we become 5th. Get me? That we just missed out on Champions League. So us fans are thinking, right, okay, cool, you know, we're back. You know, we're back. But that's the last year I can actually recall. Well, no, not the last year I can recall playing as a team, but that's the last year I can recall feeling like, raw, like this is my team. Because we would go away to Wolves and West Brom and beat them 3-4-0 on a regular and finish 5th in it. I remember that year, I think we won the first 11 games unbeaten, 25 points. I took a picture on my BBM. Yeah, I think we were behind Man City. And I was like, raw, like Newcastle are 2nd behind Man City after 12 games, but unbeaten, blah, blah, blah. So obviously things were getting better. Next year we were in Europe. Mike actually didn't spend the money, and obviously finishing 5th in Europe next season, playing in Europa League Thursday, Sunday. You need a bigger squad.
Yeah.
So him not investing in it. Well, I mean, that season he brought in like players like Sissoko and that in January because we were struggling because we didn't have a squad in it. But we managed to survive relegation, but we reached the quarterfinals of Europa League. We lost to Benfica, yeah. We just managed to stay up. So obviously now we've gone back down to finishing 5th to 16th in the space of a year. So it's just yo-yo, yeah. And then it was that way again and again until there was another season. I think it was end of 2015 season. We just about stayed up because do you remember Gutierrez when he came back and after having cancer he scored against West Ham and then he took a shot off and whatever. So that game we needed to win to stay up. We won the game, we stayed up. The next year now we went down again. So it's like, and obviously us going down that year because Mike actually appointed Steve McLaren as manager. The year we went down and it was shocking. And our team, we had Wijnaldum, we had Sissoko, we had players, bro. Like we had players, and I recall going Palace away. Yeah, this is my first time at Palace as well. Going Palace away, I lost 5-1. We scored first. I think, yeah, right. CJ's got ahead of us. We scored first. After that, we got smoked, bro. Like so, and then that year we went down, and it was just like, wow, like,
it was downhill.
Yeah, but then obviously he managed to bring in Benitez, innit? So yeah, towards the end of the season, and that didn't work out. Obviously, we went down, but he stayed, and because he stayed, Benitez stayed. Our players stayed as well, so we kept Benitez and that, and then we came back up. And I was still in the champ. I was still going the games like Brentford. Like
I remember you was
the best game I've been to, I'll tell you, was in Championship against Brighton. Yeah, it was on a work night or school night. Yeah, Tuesday night. I finished work at 5:30. Me and Isha jumped on the train from Victoria to Brighton, then changed at Brighton to Farmer, and then the game was at 7:45. Wow. Bear in mind that work is the next morning.
The next day, I'm thinking, this is like Friday.
But obviously at that time, Newcastle and Brighton were top of the league, innit? Brighton were top, innit? We were second, but there was a gap between us and third place, innit? So it was like the battle of the title, like battle of the the big dog in the league.
Yeah.
So like it was a game that you couldn't really miss anyway, because it was going to be a cracker. Brighton scored first. We're thinking, oh man, and then it was the game that Diarmi scored some freak goal, but like someone crossed it in, it just hit his leg, and then it lobbed past the keeper, 1-1, and then in the last 2 minutes of the game, Perez scored the winner. Oh my, all I recall is having my phone in my hand on Snapchat, just getting the memories in. One young kid just jumped on my back. Someone else jumps because we was at the front, innit? So people just piling onto us, innit? But then
when they saw you recording.
No, but when we scored, innit? Do you get me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if I fell, everyone falls.
Yeah.
Because I'm at the front, innit? But
yeah.
So that day was a crazy day. We got in like around 2 a.m. that night.
So that's the day you went after work?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so that was us in the Championship. So obviously that's me giving you an example of obviously me going to games whilst we were in Championship. Brentford away, QPR really away, Reading. So the games at South East England, I was going to, and obviously we came back up the next year. We had Benitez, we finished 10th, so there was like a feel-good factor back in the club. Obviously, we hated Bakashi to bits, in it. So we hated him still, but the club was still. I mean, we had a manager who knew how to get the best out of the players. Where we finally thought, okay, cool, let's build now. Give this guy the money. What did Bakashi do? Nothing. Benitez left. Bring in Steve Bruce. I said no. It's too much.
Yeah, Steve is
too much.
A little...
So I'm now at work now. This was when I was working in Westminster side. Yeah. So I'm at work now. Just on a normal day, bro. On a normal weekday. I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to Sainsbury's, innit? And then obviously I cross the road, and then there's a Costa there. I just see this guy. But
wait, this is where. So this is the day where. That's the time. Okay.
So I've just given you a build up.
Yeah,
as to why I hate this guy. Do you get me? Yeah, and you know me, Marvin. Yeah, I'm not somebody that likes noise, innit?
Yeah,
and I almost bottled it because I was like I always said.
Was he with someone? He was with someone.
Yeah. But like, someone. I always said to myself as well that imagine if I see Mark Ashley, and this was like before just saying to myself like, what would I do? But I know the heartache he calls me. So I see him now. I'm just like, wait, is that my man? Like, is that him? Is that him? Like, I'm like, no, because he would never be sitting outside out of a coffee shop in Newcastle like that because they would kill him. So
that's true.
He's thinking, I'm in London, there ain't me, I'm safe here, innit?
Yeah.
I said, no. So, but I'm thinking like, do I approach him or not? But I thought, no, you know what? So I thought we'll leave it. I've messaged some guys in a group chat now, and I said, oh, listen, I've just seen my Ashley, but I've gone now to Sainsbury's now, and I told myself, Uggs, if this guy is still there when you come back, something has to happen. So I see him now, he's still there. Like, I'm like going back and forth with myself, thinking, well, do I approach him or do I not? I thought, you know what? Let me just bring my phone out and just go for it, because I've seen the guy's here. Do you know what I mean? The guy is right there for me. So I've brought my phone out now, but I've tried to be respectful to him, innit? So I called him Mac Ashley, and then he goes, yeah, mate.
Because he kind of looked like he thought you was asking for a picture at first.
Bro, do you get me? So he thought that I was like, oh, Mac Ashley, yeah, whatever. He goes, yeah, mate. I said, you've ruined my club, you know. Like, my face was like, you've ruined my, and but he's seeing this big, obviously I'm 6'4" or whatever.
Yeah.
He's seeing this big black guy and just in like jeans and whatever on a shirt,
Yeah.
but he's thinking, whoa, like what are you? You've ruined my club. You've ruined my club. If you don't want to sell us, innit? And then his friend is with whatever guys. He's like, okay, cool, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not fine.
Yeah.
So,
you know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
The guy probably agreed with you. But he's thinking, oh no,
a lot, innit? So I'm like, no, it's not cool. It's not cool because now I'm in my zone now, innit? I'm going, innit?
Yeah.
So then they've left, and the only way I stopped was if they moved away. So they packed their stuff now and left, innit? And then one guy that was there asked me, oh, like, what's up? Are you right? Like, what's going on? You good? And then I'm like, so yeah, that's just my Ashley or whatever. He goes, oh, I swear, no. He goes, what? Like, you're a Newcastle fan? I go, yeah. He goes, rah. So I've now got on camera now, but I had no intention of posting this up, you know. Like, I had no intention of me putting this anywhere. But then I put it in one of my group chats with my previous work guys, yeah. And one of the guys put it on his Twitter. Bruv, bruv, the guy didn't ask me. He put it on his Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, my guy see my cash, whatever. But then when the number started going crazy, like when it reached like 1K in like 5 minutes,
yeah,
he goes, okay, cool. At me, innit? Do you get me? But
I want some of that.
Of course, yeah. Like, so he at me now, but obviously because I'm not on Twitter, or I wasn't on Twitter at the time, he put him on my gram, innit? Hey, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, Lad Bible.
My phone just started going mad.
Yeah,
like Lad, as I said, Sport Bible, Lad Bible, all the people,
all of them,
all the journalists messaging me, everything. So, and I think across all platforms, Facebook and everything, it got like probably 1.5 million views, 2 million views, because it was 500K on Twitter on his page, for 500K on Lad Bible page on Facebook and Instagram, and then other Newcastle pages as well, like fan pages as well. So it was like 1.5 to 2 million views, isn't it? So, and then obviously people thinking, who's this guy? Who's this black guy that's from Newcastle, whatever. And then obviously, and then obviously people start following me. And then Matty, my good friend from Magpie Channel,
Magpie TV.
Yeah. So he shouted me. He goes, obviously, he's down next for the Chelsea game, so obviously we can meet up and just shoot a video and just obviously talk about it. So we've done that. I met him up, we've done that, and then it's just been crazy ever since. So now it's like when I got it, but obviously after that, obviously I went to a few games. It was calm still, like as in Uche would say, "Oh, Oops, like you now know that it's now different now, you know." But back then, but back then we're still calm. Like it was still like, you know, no one really knew who I was, innit? Get me? But for him, he was telling me how like people are looking at you now. You get me? Because they know who you are, but they don't want to approach you, sort of thing. So I was out to whatever. But then obviously COVID happened, lockdown happened, fans can't go out to games, innit?
Yeah.
So now this season I've sort of picked up again. Bro, the first game I went to this season was Wolves away. It was mad. It was crazy. As in I felt like Kanye West.
Really? What I got amongst Newcastle fans?
Yeah, Newcastle fans. Bro, it was like even like I just like recall sitting on the train, going Birmingham on the train because I changed to Birmingham. So I think it was Birmingham Airport station, and the fans come on, and then some guy goes to me, "But you that guy that approached Ashley." So I'm like, okay, cool. So this is fine. You know, maybe that's just one guy. I got off the train now. One white kid. Don't know who he is, mate. And he messaged me, "Hey, yo, that guy that approached Ashley." I'm like, okay, cool. 2 people now, bro. That game was just mental. That game.
Everybody just kept.
Everyone was just. But obviously, that video was still like 2-3 years ago, wasn't it? 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But obviously, because it was such a big thing for Newcastle fans because everybody wanted to do that.
Yeah,
and
like you did something that they wanted to do, but they couldn't because they didn't. Yeah.
Or even if they wanted to do it, they may not have done it if they had.
You actually did it.
Yeah,
so it's like you spoke for all of them.
Do you get me? Like
that's why when they saw you, it's like, let me.
Yeah,
you did something that I believed.
Do you get me?
And I still think about. So, I need to know who this guy is.
Yeah, so that was that game, and then I think when I went Brighton game was crazy. The Brighton game, I said, yeah, okay, cool. This is not me going to games now. It's different now. It's different.
It's security.
I need security in this place, man. Don't touch me, man. Don't touch me. No pictures. No, but you get it was mad. It's just, but obviously it's amongst the fans only, innit?
Yeah.
But then obviously now it's like I'm known for that for doing that to him, and then so it's nice, isn't it? Like it's nice. Yeah. And then like people messaging me when we got taken over. People messaging me all like, you know, how do you feel because you had some input in this, you know, because you never know like what effect that had on Ashley himself. Like, you know, you think, you know what, enough's enough now. You know, like.
Yeah, maybe I need to stop playing around with
people's emotions.
With Newcastle,
yeah. Because listen, that football fans or football industry is a crazy sport. Sport in general is crazy because sport is people's emotions. So if you're messing with that, bruv, you're
because people are dedicating their time to the team.
Like I think me going to matches as well, I learned that football is like a religion. Yeah,
it is
not for me personally, but because even the act of singing a song, like worship,
that's ceremony. That's
like you do this as well in church, right? Your hands, you're worshiping God, but you're doing that in the stands, or you're singing songs, whatever. But then why I say it's lack of religion because I'm one time at Chelsea, I got on Chelsea game, and I met this old man with his son, he was like probably because the guy was old, he was like 80, his son was like probably like 50. With his son, he was like 25. Wow. With his son, he was like 8. They all supported Chelsea.
Wow, so that's that generational.
Do you get me? And that's what football. That's what football is. So if you're a club owner and you're messing about with that. It ain't like you know.
Yeah, it's bigger than obviously he owns the club, so he's thinking about the money, which I can understand.
Yeah,
because you need, return on your investment. But it's bigger than if you mess around with people's emotions and the generational stuff that you just explained, like that can mess up the money anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And it almost did for him as well. So, but thankfully we've been taken over now, and gradually it will happen in time.
Yeah.
But obviously, like now, I said on my last interview with Magpie Channel, I said I don't mind if we go down because
you're thinking long term. You're thinking
yeah,
about,
and like people are just so emotional and what's the word, rash and whatever. They're thinking, oh, if we like, you know, the people, Newcastle fans and other fans are thinking with the ego. Yeah, if you want to,
I don't want. Yeah.
Like if you want to succeed in football, yeah, like you've got to take that away because some fans are thinking, how can we be the richest club in the world and get relegated?
Yeah.
But for me personally, is that, bruv, the cancer in the club is gone. Yeah. But at least if we go down, yeah, because at the start of the season, we had Mac Ashley and Steve Bruce, yeah. And if we went down under Mac Ashley, it would have been worse than both times we went on before because the players this time round, they're not staying. And there would have been no hope of us getting back, or it wouldn't seem difficult of us coming back to the Premier League, and it might have taken 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 years. So, but at least now, if we go down, I don't care because I know now in my lifetime, I'm going to see us win a trophy. It could be League Cup, it could be FA Cup, it could be the Premier League, Champions League, whatever it is, I'm going to see happen. So, but whereas that wasn't the case before on McAshley now. So that's why I'm like, yeah, like whatever happens this season, let it take its course. It's only going to delay the inevitable, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's almost like taking a step back is a step forward because McAshley's not there.
It's gone, so it's calm. Gone. Like we're right in it, so it's cool, man. But yeah, man, that's my Newcastle sort of like journey and what it is now. So it's fun, like it's fun just going to games and just embracing the new people and just having fun and just that. I tell people all the time, I don't see myself as a content creator. Yeah, I'm not into all that, you know, the fan TV and I'm becoming famous off it. All I want to do is go watch my team, and if it means that I can talk about football to people whilst doing that, great. And if that brings in other stuff, okay, fine. If it doesn't, the win is me going to watch my team anyway. So I ain't doing these things for that. I'm doing it because I have a passion for my club. So yeah, man.
So you enjoy the Magpie TV conversations? Yeah,
because obviously I see it as therapy. Like I see it as therapy for myself because like during lockdown as well, when we're losing games and when we could have gone down, I had somebody that I could physically rant to. Not that wasn't my missus. Do you get me? Like somebody that could feel my pain as well. Do you get me? So
yeah.
So I see it as therapy, but and then also now I just see it as somebody that I can just talk to as well. Like just that, you know, we're both at the same age and we both want good for the club, innit? And he hits me up from time to time, and I've got a lot to say about Newcastle and about football. So why not?
Yeah, and I think fan based media is like important. It's authentic as well. It's like it's not like the conversations that need to be had are being had.
Yeah,
it's not like, okay, you know what, we gotta avoid this conversation because there's a sponsor that might not like this conversation.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly, and like there's no bias there. It's just raw emotion, straight after the game. Raw emotion.
It's barbershop talk.
Yeah, facts.
It's barbershop talk. When you go to the barbers, we're having real conversations about sports, but football is in particular.
Yeah,
like your team is trash.
Yeah,
this team is no filter, straight.
Yeah, facts.
You know,
facts, man. So I think there's, and we're seeing it now. So fans are more involved. Our fans might have more of a say. The media outlets, they're taking fans' opinions more serious now as well. So
yeah,
I think it's what the game needs, because there's no football at the fans, anyways.
Exactly.
The fans is what pays the wages. Anyways, the fans is what brings the income in. The fans is what buys the merchandise. The fans is what pays to watch TV. The fans, if not for the fans, there's no Sky Sports, there's no BT Sports, there's no nothing. So the fans drive football. So
you should make sure the fans are on your side then.
Yeah, and as fans, we have to voice our opinions, because without us, there's nothing. There's none of this. There's no money. So we drive it. So that's what I sort of try to push myself anyway. To voice our opinion, voice our thoughts when it comes to football, because and obviously Newcastle being up in North England, no one cares about us now. The clout is with Arsenal and the other clubs, but when we're big time, people will be coming in. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Newcastle how they navigate with this new owner, how they navigate towards winning.
Yeah, facts, and I can't wait for it. But it's here now. It's about being patient, and whatever happens. But yeah, it's gonna happen, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's gonna happen. So like it's like they say in life, that you're guaranteed two things: death and pay taxes. I'm guaranteed. Do you get me? So now I know that I'm gonna see my team win something, because City done it. So and
Chelsea,
but the wealth is, I think it's 13 times bigger than Man City's. So do you get me? 320 billion. So yeah, we're in a good place, but it's just about you gotta trust the process, isn't it? Like, it's a marathon, isn't it? Not a sprint. So yeah.